Hi, my Virgo, and welcome to your freestyle. So, those of you new, what I like to go ahead and do is I like to pick an overall energy, and then we just let spirit speak. Try to open a conversation. Anything that I may have missed, nine card, relationship, exposing your person. Cool little side note, I will be changing the intention for the extended reads to kind of like a do-si-do kind of square dance. Uh, who in your general area would you recognize and fellowship with? All right, Virgo, I do see the sun. It's a beautiful, bright new beginning. It feels like innocence, joy, overwhelming, ecstatic, innocent joy. Um, I would definitely revel in that feeling. Okay, that seems like all it kind of wants to come through. Bottom of the deck, it's the Queen of Swords, though. You might have kind of like this feeling of too good to be true. And that's not necessarily the case. It is true now, depending on how much energy you put into it. There is a slight guard for some of us that if we start enjoying it, then something's going to catch us off guard or slip in the back or, you know, uh, but whether or not that be the case, why would I miss the dance? Why would I miss that? Let's break this thing open. What is this sun card about? Oh, right. This could be a second chance. Allow yourself to feel the hope. Even if you never really venture off, even if you never really extend a hand out there, allow yourself to feel the hope of what it would be like to conquer that which is past. You know, I've got the answer. I've made amends. They got their karma, whatever that feeling is about that past instance. So this is leaning Virgo. This is leaning more towards a past instance, something that was possibly a new start that you could be clinging to, or like I said, reveling in the idea of a restart with this person. Okay, I do see some sort of ascension if you do go back. Now, mind you, the Six of Swords in reverse is a thought process. It is putting away belief or disbelief or old ways of thinking and incorporating or encouraging this. When it comes to a past situation, a past relationship, a past job, something similar to that, what I like what I seem to notice is that, all those things that people say that we don't really understand what they say until about a year down the way. And then it dawns on us one day. It's like the things our parents used to repeat and repeat and repeat to us. And it never really sank in until we got a little bit older. And then we were like, oh, Shaw, dude, that's what this kind of reminds me of. It kind of reminds me of uh, finding an area where the light shines, exposes what was actually being said or what was actually being done, and then you have this aha moment. You kind of cling to that past instance and you watch and you replay everything. You understand? And then as your mind goes back to the instances, you realize that, wow, it's a whole new world, you know? Um, Perspective. I see right now, though, you're currently kind of holding on to a lot of baggage, kind of like they said this or they did that, and this is what it feels like on my back. But I do see sometime this week those a bigger, better light being shown on the whole situation. So, bottom of the deck, it was the Queen of Cups in reverse. There, why do I want to shuffle more than once? Okay, let's go then. It's you, baby. I see communication, but with the Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck and the Queen of Cups that was predominantly starting the whole shuffle, I see it's a little bit more, I don't want to say, right now there seems to be a concern of my perception of the reality. It's kind of holding me back a little bit. You know, I have a very negative outlook per se. Nobody's ever talked to me like this, and nobody's ever done this to me. Okay, there's that Queen of Cups in reverse again, and you're kind of sitting and stewing on that, you know? Uh, Makes the meat real tender. They say milk for babes, meat, strong meat for men. Anyway, so any essence of holding the phone, this is just a space being given to where you're not necessarily opening the lines of communication, but you're understanding the previous lines of communication as to what they are. This will, I think, have a tendency to fish you out of that Queen of Cups in reverse, that drained, that unsure, that empty, that emotionally attacked. I'm not going to say manipulative because it doesn't feel like you're the one being manipulative at this time. It feels just like you've been drained. Like when they break a horse, they'll tire it out first. And then when it's tired, and then they understand that the person that's breaking them isn't breaking them, but they can be trusted. I'm not going to beat you. I'm not going to hurt you. I'm not going to lead you into any direction that would cause you any harm. For God's sake, do you know how much I've invested in you? Yes, yes, indeed. All right, Virgo. Okay. This Nine of Cups seems to be, and I keep going back to, but this seems a little bit more in the future. This seems to be like, it's, God, it's almost like a reality sense. It's like when you see a whole bunch of chickens in the farm and you're trying to count them and you think you have 13, but what you actually have is 10 or 12. Okay. So that's the feeling that I'm getting. And then when it settles, you realize, oh shit, I didn't have 9 cups. Because this is what 9 cups feels like. This is what 9 cups is. I never even had 9 cups. I always thought it was 9 cups. We begin to heal, or you begin to heal and start to let those swords fall out. Those self-inflicted wounds, those perceptions that I'm not going to say they're not reality, because, you know, some perception is reality, for God's sake, especially when our minds are so powerful that we can manifest outcomes and start to change realities. Do you understand? Okay, so the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Oh, and it's also kind of showing exposing a lack of compassion or understanding. 7 of Cups. Okay, so not only do you go past that whole 12 chicken to 10 chicken kind of atmosphere, you actually do it with the cups. So we're not going back to the walking away emotionally. We're going back to a portion of our life and time where we had all these options and we chose against certain things, judging books by their covers or understanding them for what they were seeing them as a danger or dangerous or non-productive, when in all reality, that was what it was. Realizing where we have dumped our own cup, so to say, in certain aspects or instances. Oh, okay. I don't see a very huge cause for concern here. It's just let the thoughts seep in, let them in, welcome them in. You know, um, when certain things start to happen, it's strange as everything. But some years we would have this whole bevy of ladybugs that would collect at the door. That's strange. But ladybugs are cool. Oh, but they bite, you know? Some years we would have a whole bevy of stink bugs that would collect at the door. I was like, wait, wasn't it ladybugs last year? Strange. I know, right? But stink bugs don't bite. You just don't hurt them and they won't smell. I see this manifestation. I see if there was something that was scary or looked a certain way, that there's a chance that you had brought this in. So being a vibrational match to the stink bugs versus the ladybugs, you understand what I'm saying? Like I understood I wanted luck instead of to be shunned. I want it to be more accepted and more um, socially loved, societally loved. But then I realized I had to actually up my bite to protect against society. Maybe I preferred being a stink bug. Maybe stink bugs weren't so bad. Be in control and understand there's a camaraderie, there's compassion, there's a sense of compassion, not judging outward situations as they are, as you might have earlier on, you know, that just because my vibrational thinking level was that this person was attacking me, they were not. They were seasoning me. They were making sure that I had what it takes to carry, that I had what it takes to defend, that I had what it takes to stand up, that I could be flexible and agile and understanding. I see that there's a possibility that that whole instance showed about as you didn't have a lot of hope, or you weren't displaying a lot of hope in that situation. But as you grow, there's never a completely hopeless situation. Do you understand? There's just a gestation period, a processing, and you've got to allow yourself to go through it. But the only thing that could really stop you is your mind telling you that you weren't good enough. That because nobody said that. All they said was, he said he got it. Let's see if he does. I just want to see. I want to see if he got it. Just want to see. Page of Pentacles. I see that there's an idea that you weren't really understanding the value of it at the moment. At the time of inception, you didn't really understand the value of it or the worth. It's like you had made it up to this point and you were like, oh, growing up sucks. No, growing up doesn't suck. Growing up is awesome. And it gets more awesomer and more awesomer every single day. Perception is reality. That is what I'm going to call this. Perception is reality. So, Virgo, I hope that you're going to give yourself a little bit of, I am so OCD for such a chaos freestyle reader. Let's pull one more deck because I want to see just how this might turn about. So we're going to pull two. We're going to pull old or stagnant, and we're going to pull that change. Okay, there is also an idea, I have to say the word co-creator. Do you understand what it's like to be a co-creator? And I think we've touched on this a couple of months back. I see the Four of Wands. All right. Co-creation is not me bending down and allowing you to paint a picture that I reside in. Wow, what was that movie? Oh my God, I just got overwhelmingly, insanely anxious and fearful. Okay, there was a movie, or maybe I'm making it up. Maybe it was a dream. Maybe it was a reality. It feels so real that we're going to go with movie. It was a movie where this person like painted a picture and realized that the people in it actually lived and walked around and moved around. Oh, wow. And his outlook was so bleak that he ended up bringing a lot of turmoil to these people. But then when he realized, and you've got to understand that it's kind of scary to realize this sort of thing because it's not reality, is it? In what dimension is that reality? But once he realized that it was a possibility, he started painting food. And then it wasn't labeled the Depression, the Great Depression anymore. It wasn't labeled depression. It was labeled abundance. Change your perception, change your life. Change your perception as reality. Even if it's not real, find yourself something to take care of. I've had lots of vicious animals that I have rescued. Vicious. And the story is, well, you knew it was a snake, you knew it was going to bite you. I don't care. I bring the anti-venom. That snake is just a portion of myself. I was once venomous. Sometimes I am still venomous. Sometimes I'm a ladybug. Sometimes I'm a stink bug. You understand? Sometimes I'm the hammer, sometimes I'm the nail. Sometimes I'm the broom, sometimes I'm the dustpan. On the hardest days, I have to be both. I don't want it to be hard anymore. It's not hard. It's not hard. I see the Three of Wands in reverse. I see the King of Wands. I see through true statuesque confidence, leading by example, standing your ground, standing in your power, understanding how your actions affect people's perceptions of themselves. Why did that have to come out? Even my perception of the people around me they bring that energy home. I bet you didn't know that, huh? Bet you didn't know it. They bring that energy home. And when you have a whole bunch of sheep, they don't realize where that came from or what to do with it. Always strive to see the absolute best. And if you find something bad about somebody, find two things that are good. It's not that hard. Give them a shot. They're not going to take it, but give them a shot anyway. I like how the noise reduction on my sound editor does not cut the dogs barking out. It recognizes them as a voice. Keen side note. Yeah. Okay, I see the world. I see a complete cycle. I see the Six of Wands in defeat and the Two of Wands thinking back on a past instance, like constantly circling back, like getting yourself stuck in this mental dirt devil, for God's sake, and never really being able to break out of it. I see a stagnation. I see a stuck energy. Or I see confidently knowing and understanding that not even am I not looking for anything else. I'm not looking for anybody to come to my rescue. I'm not looking for anybody to complete me. I'm not looking for anything. But on the other end of that, down this little railroad track, down this little tunnel, down this little aqueduct, there's stability and consistent action, understanding, comprehension, confidence. All right, Virgo, that seems to be all I have for you. I see the Three of Cups. I do see a celebration. This could be third party. This could just be friends. This could be a support system, a healthy support system. Also, I see the Fool in reverse. I see the Page of Pentacles in reverse. And I see the Eight of Wands in reverse. Oh, you know what else I see? I see there's an ability to, if I do not make a move or if I do not make a choice, I am still communicating very animately of my situation, of what I'm thinking. Yes, I am. Mind your thoughts. I see the Star card. Could be an Aquarius that you're dealing with. Could be just hope. The Star card usually shows like a pitcher of water being poured into the pond and a pitcher of water being poured onto the land. Spread your awareness. Check the diamond from all sides before you decide what is actually in the center of the diamond. Do you understand? And until next time, Virgo, please like, comment, subscribe. Do hit the bell if you want to be informed when I upload next, which should be for all signs live. Yes, I am.